like 4 years ago or something, 3 years, 4 years ago, Dr. DisRespect, at the height of his career, was banned from Twitch. And no one knew why. He had a super weird final stream, which we'll probably go back and look at. And then he got banned. No one knew why. He was like threatening lawsuits against Twitch. He moved to YouTube. Was still successful on YouTube. But it was always just a big sort of cloud hanging over everything. Everyone was like, wow, what happened there? What happened? No one really knew. No one had any idea. No one leaked it somehow. So Cody Connors, who is a former Twitch employee, tweeted, and this is just like yesterday, he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. Powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. No one made the wrong decision. Fuck him and his boys. And this was seemingly about Dr. DisRespect. Thank you for $2, Simpleton.
Simpiaton super chatted $2. There was a conspiracy about mentioning David Lk.
Yeah, I'm aware. We're going to look at that. So Cody Connors, no, I think they no longer work at Twitch, so they're just like, fuck it. I'm saying this. Yes. But this isn't actually the first time this has been said. This isn't the first time this has been said, as people quickly discovered. Actually, turns out that on Anything Else, Destiny and Dan's podcast, it was actually mentioned just a little while ago. Let's have a look at that.
Really? For over 2-decade-long career. Surely my word can't be like.
It's been a long time.
Please tell us.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's so long that the person involved is probably okay now.
Yeah. My memory is really bad because this was like 2 years ago, and I was in Outpost buying a minicopter, and I remember someone saying Dr. DisRespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging underage girls on Twitch.
Why he said that?
Wait, what?
That's not it.
We're about to learn all about the DMCA process now.
That's what I'm saying. What I heard in Rust.
Did he say that? Why did he say that?
He must have heard it.
Am I not allowed to say what I heard in Rust?
That's insane.
His crew on Rust is a wild.
If I'm the doc, I'm suing you right now.
I would actually sue you.
Well,
so just to give you some background as well. This is Richard Lewis. This is the guy. I'm pretty sure he founded Dexerto, right? So he's like a big esports gaming journo guy. So if his reaction here saying, "Why have you said that?" As well as Destiny Destiny actually reacts prematurely here before Dan even says underage girls.
And I remember someone saying Dr. DisRespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging under
like that. He's already going.
And I remember someone saying Dr. DisRespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging underage.
Like well, not quite just before. It's immediately the moment he starts saying it. Destiny goes, "What?
It's girls on Twitch."
Why he said that?
Wait, what?
That's not it.
So obviously,
you know, the DMCA process now.
That's what I'm saying. What I heard in Rust.
Did he say that? Why did he say that?
He must have heard it.
Am I not allowed to say what I heard in Rust?
That's insane.
His crew on Rust is a wild.
If I'm the doc, I'm suing you right now.
I would actually sue you.
So obviously, yeah, this is Twitch. This is about Twitch Whispers as well. This is on Twitch. So if this is true, Dr. DisRespect is literally insane. He is using his Twitch account to use Twitch Whispers to message underage. If that's true, he's insane. You would have to be retarded. You'd have to be so dumb. So, obviously, people may remember as well, Slasher, who is a gaming journalist, or esports journalist, another one, tweeted at the time when Dr. DisRespect got banned. He said something like, his original tweet was, For several hours, I've been told by credible sources the reason behind Dr. DisRespect's ban. But due to the sensitivity and whatever around the issue, I'm going to refrain from commenting further. This is my best judgment, whatever. That's basically what he said. And he got absolutely reamed for it. He's been reamed for it for years. He used to go on Scuff podcast. He used to go on, he went on Hassan's and got, in fact, we'll even find that. He went on, back at the time, he went on Hassan's stream to get, like, chewed out, basically.
A possibility of him going
doing a tantric sex session about not revealing Dr. DisRespect information, and 2, because you're an hour late, an hour and 11 minutes to be exact.
That part is true. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
So let's get started.
How are you?
I'm good.
Me.
I'm
out of control.
Fucking riled up right now. This is
how's chat? How you doing, chat? You doing, Hassan? You having a good time with chat?
You're not gonna win any favors.
So okay, you're saying people hid it. Who hid it? You don't even know that just because he was talking to a minor. So the allegation is he's talking to a minor over Twitch DMs. That's not necessarily even a crime. There's certain things that would have to have been met for it to be considered a crime. So it could be covered by an NDA. So it could be that anyone with first-hand knowledge was under NDA, and then anyone with second-hand knowledge isn't going to say anything because they can't prove it. Yeah, the claim was made that it was sexting specifically, but there's so many variables. There's so many variables here. So it's not necessarily that anyone hid it or anyone covered it up. Because you think Twitch wouldn't want to like salvage their reputation. Like Twitch took a reputation hit because the ban seemed unfounded. And Dr. DisRespect's making like legal threats and all this stuff. Why would Twitch not? Why would they want to cover it up? What obligation do they have to Dr. DisRespect? It would literally good for them if they banned their top streamer for fucking around with underage girls. That would look good for them. They would look like they are enforcing their rules even on their top end. It's a claim made without evidence, so it can be dismissed without evidence. But the point is that obviously it's not without evidence. There's obviously something here that has been spread around from the very top, because Slasher seems to think this was what the reason was. Destiny thinks this is what the reason was and has done for a long time. It is essentially, from what they're saying, it's essentially been an open secret that this has been passed around. We'll look at the Destiny clip where he talks about it more. But this is where this has been passed around for years. So even if it's not the case that Dr. DisRespect did sext a minor, maybe it was someone who lied about their age. Maybe it was someone trying to bait him and they reached out first so it like couldn't be used, or any number of things that could have happened here that aren't necessarily the worst case scenario. But there's clearly something that has been circulating that points in this direction. Now, it could be that Twitch completely made it up and used it to just as a reason to ban him. That could be that could be the case, even. But that's still, it's not without evidence. There's something that's being circulated. It's not just some random on Twitter just saying something that makes no sense. This is something that has circulated around people that should know what happened. Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to get into, theorizing about the lawsuit and shit. Not that we have any basis to do so, really. But anyway, where's this other Destiny clip? I think that Icarus Bath homo posted it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is what Destiny said at the end of his last stream.
I don't understand for the Dr. DisRespect stuff. I feel like I've heard for so long people say that they were worried about like potential lawsuits or whatever bullshit. I don't know why they ever felt that way. I'm not sure if there's like some other part to that story that I just didn't hear, but this story has been known since basically Dr. DisRespect got banned. I'm surprised that it's been under wraps for so long, considering I think about a year ago I started to hear about it from people that I wouldn't expect would keep those secrets. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be more to it, but who knows? Yeah, I love you guys. It's been fun. Good luck. Ripperino, you're confirming this, or is it all secondhand? I don't know anything firsthand at all, but I've heard people that should know about it firsthand talk about this for years. Since he was first banned, right? Yeah. You can't just say this and then go offline. Listen, it's not my story to tell, okay? Also, who the fuck knows? Who knows what's true or not? It wasn't any of my original investigating. Just stuff that I've heard for a long time, though. So who knows? Good luck. Ripper, no cappuccino, 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 cappuccino. I do this. Okay, Jerry's next.
So yeah, I mean, it seems pretty clear. This is the reason that's been given behind the scenes for a long time. People hold too much faith in people who should know. You're just like delusional. I've got to assume this is some like crazy like Dr. DisRespect fan coping that's just going on. Because I see people saying this stuff. Like, it's not about him looking around at other things and axing him. It's everyone is saying this has been the reason given since the day of the ban. Slash is saying it, who was a big esports journalist with lots of connections and said he knew at the time. Destiny's saying he's been told that basically since the time from basically everyone who should know. Richard Lewis seemed to think that was what it was. He seemed to be indicating that he knew that for a long time, and he literally founded Dexerto. So you've got it's not just one person saying, oh, I spoke to someone who should know. It's ex-employee of the company that did it, high-level employee too, I believe. But Destiny, who, you know, doesn't have any direct knowledge, but definitely knows people, and I generally trust his judgment in interpreting whether someone's, you know, pretending they know more than they do. I don't think he would co-sign this publicly if he wasn't relatively confident that this is what people are saying. And then you've got like journos as well. So it's very difficult to say, oh no, the reason was actually this completely different thing. It was actually this completely different thing where he was looking around at competitors, so they had to take him out. There's no reason to think that. There's literally no reason. There's no reason whatsoever to think that. He's not even good at COD anymore. No, that's just my opinion. Okay. It's not just your opinion. You have a speculative interpretation of fact that is not based on any evidence. It's similar to a delusion. Mine is a reading of the facts as presented, the evidence. I see numerous credible sources stating this has been the reason the whole time. I'm going, oh. Seems like that was the reason the whole time. You're going, oh, all these credible sources are saying this. I actually think it's this completely different thing. Why do you think that? Oh, I just think that. I just kind of think that. What evidence do you have? I just think it. It's just my opinion. Yeah, okay, we'll show Doc's response. Because if you don't think it happened based on Doc's response, well, no, Doc basically confirmed this was the reason. It basically, if you actually read his tweets. So again, we got one guide for long enough. Well, this is to Jake Lucky. Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. Not, that didn't happen. He's not saying, that didn't happen. He's saying, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. And then he says, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch. I just need to say what I can say, since it's the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. So again, he's not denying the specific event. He's not saying that's not the reason. He's not saying that didn't happen. He's saying, I didn't do anything wrong. It's all settled. It's all fine. Come on, man. Combs mustache. Would a guy like me whisper a child? He said he didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, but there's many ways you can take that. He may think he didn't do anything wrong. That doesn't mean that everyone else would think he didn't do anything wrong. So this is Midnight Society. This is the crypto blockchain game that Dr. DisRespect was shilling. He was part of. If you've been, yeah, it was like a big thing. He like super hard was shilling this thing, saying how amazing it was going to be. On Friday, Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders. Oh yeah, co-founder, Guy Bomb, aka Dr. DisRespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. In order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Bomb, whatever how you say it, immediately. While the facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families who we have employed, along with our community of players. So, I mean, this doesn't look good at all for Dr. DisRespect. Because they say here, we assumed his innocence. And they've done an investigation. And now they've said, there are facts here. And we are terminating the relationship. If they investigated over the weekend, he's either giga guilty or it's a wild PR move. Exactly, right? This is either like the craziest, like Machiavellian, fucking over their co-founder PR play in the world, or he's like giga guilty, basically. That's how would you read that? Because like you're ousting a co-founder. That's not just, you don't just drop your co-founder. No, it doesn't just say shit's getting hot, we outright. That's not what it says at all. That's not what it says. This is I understand it. I understand you can't take too much from stuff like this, but there are very clear things being said. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with the parties involved. So they started off assuming it was nothing, and then they've spoken to everyone. They've gone and spoken to Twitch. They've spoken to the doc. And in order to maintain their principles and standards, we needed to act. It's not just saying, this is a bad look. It's saying, there are principles and standards at risk here. And then talking about, well, these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept. Like, is the fact really, when they say the facts, it doesn't sound like they're referring to, like, this is a very firm statement. If they were just referring to the allegation that he may have spoken to a minor at some point. They decided it looks bad. What? Nerd. Companies don't just drop their co-founder because something looks a little bit bad. They have not just gone, you don't just lose a co-founder because, oh, this looks a little bit bad. Something is clearly very much at risk for them. Yeah, with OTK, something was very much at risk for them. They were in the middle of numerous rape allegations. And then one of their co-founders got hit with an allegation that was, while not fully substantiated, somewhat credible, because it was from a real sexual partner of the person about an encounter that did in some form happen. So that still wasn't over nothing for a co-founder. That doesn't happen. You don't just drop a co-founder. The mandatory reporting argument's retarded. The idea that Dr. DisRespect can't unequivocally deny the allegation, in the sense that, say, I have never sexually interacted with a minor. The idea he can't say that is retarded. Yeah, exactly. I think that the Midnight Society ship, I don't know how you can, like, they're not saying it's 100% true. But I don't know how you rationalize the behavior from that company. They've been with Doc for years. He was a co-founder. They don't drop him when the allegation comes out. They don't drop him when Slasher backs it up. They don't drop him when Destiny backs it up. They don't drop him when it's going all around the internet for a whole weekend. But then now, late on Monday, very late on Monday, when he's already talking about leaving the internet, they're like, okay, we've looked into it, and to uphold our standards, based on the facts of the situation, we're terminating our connection with him. How do you rationalize that behavior? I truly don't know. Exactly. They've spoken to people over the weekend. Twitch paying him millions is the best argument. I agree it's the best argument, but it's nowhere near conclusive. And it's actually like, because the thing is that there's so many ways in which it can simultaneously, the spirit of the accusation can be true, but Twitch still broke contract by banning him. There's so many ways that can be the case. Exactly. My assumption is that they settled because Doc recognized I fucked up. Twitch recognized we broke the contract. Doc can sue us for a bunch of money. So they settle it. Twitch pays out the rest of the contract. Doc doesn't take him to the fucking cleaners. Nobody has to talk about sexting minors. That's what makes sense to me. What if Doc was macking on a retarded fat kid? Okay. Playing devil's advocate, Doc said he was thinking about leaving the Midnight Society while he was live today, and the statement came out. Could they have ulterior motives because of what he said? That's unlikely to me. It's more likely to me that there was already discussion about the decision that was going to be made at that point. Al Shaps, it could be that because it wasn't illegal activity, it seemed like it was a breach of contract. That could totally be the case. Yeah. Because there's many ways where you can quote unquote sext a minor and it's not technically a crime. I used to be such a huge Doc fan. I can't believe he was up to such degenerate behavior. It feels bad, man. What do you mean? He was just cheating on his wife, no? That was his whole appeal, I thought. Yeah, so basically, Doc DisRespect's definitely a pedophile. I've convicted him. I've decided he's guilty. I've decided he raped like 500 kids with no evidence. That's what I've decided, me personally. That's what I've proven. No, but so the arguments in favor of Doc are pretty dumb. Midnight Society could be super unprofessional, but it's not an easy choice. It's not an easy thing to do to just dump a co-founder. And he's been with them a long time, so he probably knows where he was a co-founder. He knows upper management pretty well. It turns out there may have been he may be a minority shareholder now because there's a bunch of money came in, but he's been around this company since it started. It's very difficult to just. I can't see that it'd be easy for him to just dump him like that. I can't see that'd be easy. It may be. There may be something in the contract that I don't know, that I don't understand. But then you'd have to also rationalize the idea that they didn't dump him when the allegations came out before the weekend. Yeah, a co-founder already known for suing over contracts, exactly. They didn't dump him before the weekend. They didn't dump him as more was coming out over the weekend. They only now have dumped him and are saying that they did an investigation. Or they didn't say they did an investigation, they said they spoke to the parties affected. And the facts are hard to process. You have to rationalize this behavior and statement now. Oh, man. It was just so obvious. It was just such an easy call. The cope's been crazy. I can't believe I was in this on this very live stream just 24 hours ago. Just 24 hours ago, and people were telling me, "No, you don't get it. He can't deny that he tried to fuck a kid. He's under NDA." Okay, man. All right. People saying that Twitch would have had to have reported it because everyone in California is a mandatory reporter. Not true. Not true. I'm sorry, but when you've got Ex-director of partnerships at Twitch. Biggest esports journalist going, basically. Well, used to be, at the time, when the ban happened. Slasher. Destiny, saying he has heard this circulated behind the scenes from the day it happened. Dan seems to know about it. Richard Lewis seems to know about it. And no one's saying like, oh yeah, this seems like bullshit. There's no apprehension to it. And then Doc comes out. And Doc says, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Yeah, alright, man. Alright, man. Incredibly dumb. Incredibly dumb. Also, I don't know, what's this Bloomberg article? I missed this. Because obviously I was asleep and the first thing I saw when I woke up was just Doc's a pedophile. I feel like there might be some cope about this article, or there might have been earlier. Man, oh man, I'm seeing even worse stuff. This is all the new info from the Bloomberg article. More people and confirm the story. The reasons for banishment from Twitch were never given, but people with knowledge of the matter said Bomb was removed because he exchanged sexually explicit messages with a minor through the service's direct chat feature. He also asked the minor had plans at the TwitchCon convention. So he didn't try to meet up with her. He said, what are your plans? You got any plans for TwitchCon? According to two of the people who asked not to be identified, discussing such a sensitive matter. Okay. The complaint was later filed with Twitch through its reporting system, you said. After the ban, he relaunched his career on YouTube. Anything else here? No. So it's a Bloomberg article. I believe they spoke to 3 people in total. And they were kept anonymous. And it seemed like Nick was acting like that means nothing. But I mean, if Bloomberg say these people have knowledge of the matter, and we've verified this, that's a pretty good bet that they are people that have direct knowledge. It's not just like, okay, Cody Connors said it on Twitter and we messaged him and he confirmed it again to us in DMs. Yeah, it seems like Nick's like hyper focused on wanting to see the messages. But you often, like, why? I understand that's common on YouTube. I get that's what we do on YouTube. We show people the messages. That's not always what corporations and journalists do. Very often not. Slasher said these were first-hand sources on Hassan's stream and Cody was second-hand. Yeah, because Slasher put up a tweet. This is the thing as well with the Midnight Society thing. Everyone being like, oh, they probably just reached out to Cody. Slasher put up a tweet saying, reach out to me for primary sources. He's friends with Cody. He knows Cody's put that fucking tweet up. He's not asking you to reach out to him to talk to Cody. He's got primary sources. He's known people at Twitch since its infancy. He knows people who work at high levels at Twitch and can put others in contact with them. Like, the idea that people think these investigations and articles are being written and just no one's actually getting in contact with anyone who really matters. It's just the guy shit-stirring for his band on Twitter. Like, that's just bizarre to me. Like, this is fucking Bloomberg. It's not, you know, Smaggle. Okay. The Twitch ban. Hello. I'd like to make a quick statement, yeah? Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I have always been upfront and real with you guys on anything I can be upfront about. And I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society. I and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Well, they said they terminated you. Okay. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families I'd never want to jeopardize. The culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone's been waiting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. What? Yeah, I'm sure that's why you kept quiet about it. Yeah, I'm sure, bro. I'm sure, bro. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lead too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a long, lengthy arbitration process, Jesus Christ, regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by settlement. Let me be clear. It was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Okay. What an awful fucking paragraph. What are their Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor? So just one kid. Answer is yes. Were there real intention behind those messages? The answer is absolutely not. What does that mean? I wasn't planning to meet up with her. Okay, you might not have been planning to meet up with her at the time, but you absolutely would have done it, wouldn't you? It's just desperate. Like, guys, it's not that bad. Guys, it's not that bad. It's just pleading. That's all it is. It doesn't actually mean anything. Yeah, downplaying. Yeah. These were casual, mutual conversations, sometimes leaning too much on the direction of it being inappropriate. Nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I mean, yeah, that can be true, but still probably. Yeah. Also, how do you say mutual? How does Wigger say mutual about a kid? The child consented, guys. The child was reciprocating. He was flirting back. You have to these 15-year-old hooers, guys. These little 15-year-old hooers. They're dangerous. Destiny knows all too well. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think anyone thought that. The whole, yeah, no one thinks that it wasn't within the law. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. Okay, it should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Well, it's not just stupid, is it? You were like an insanely popular Twitch streamer. One of the top Twitch streamers, if not the top Twitch streamer at the time. Using your Twitch account to prey on... to prey on... I think to prey on... Is to prey on good... yeah, I think to prey on's fine. To prey on some minor that was willing to have sexual conversations with you. Probably because of your position and who you were. You guys are just bad faith. Doc was looking for a friend for his child. He's looking for playmates. Okay, cool. That makes sense, bro. Thanks, Kenny. W. Kenny, I'm changing my position. Okay. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. I mean, you kind of are a predator, but sure. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on these things. With those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Sorry. Jesus. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. See, the thing is here is like I just can't even empathize with Dr. Disrespect. I'm not gonna. I can't empathize anyway. I can look at some sad sack 30-year-old, 35-year-old, fat, bald, autistic loser, incel, perma-virgin, who has some 15-year-old who reach out to him and make like some vaguely sexual conversation, and he maybe reciprocates back, and it gets attacked for it. In that situation, I'm maybe like, okay, listen, this guy would probably have fucked anything that came near him, so I can get. But Dr. Disrespect is the top. He's got top of the Twitch game, 2 wives. He's got everything, and then you're just like, yeah, I want to fuck kids too. It's like, well, now you just seem like a fucking psycho. Yeah, 6'7" millionaire. You can't fuck kids too, bro. I'm sorry. You can't have everything. Leave some of the rest of it at the top. Oh, God. But you get what I mean, right? Like, some people, you look at them and... You look at them and you're like, I get why this guy ended up coming close to fucking a kid. He had nothing else going for him. But with Dr. Disrespect, it's like, well, why are you fucking a kid? That's just on the mindset. Obviously, the action's still bad regardless. Where were we? I'm not perfect. I'm not a predator or pedophile. Oh, okay. Anyone that, are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. Yeah, I fucking hate anyone that knows me knows I fucking hate pedophiles. How could I Dude, you can't make it up. It's literally,
I kill pedophiles because I'm not one.
It's just the virtue thing. You're literally admitting to fucking kids. Sorry, you're not admitting to fucking kids. You're admitting to sexting minors or talking to minors inappropriately while doing the I hate pedophiles virtue signal. This is like new tech. This is insane. I don't think I've ever seen this done before. That's a different level of disgust that I hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as one of the worst shit with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I think I've said what I need to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. My team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. Yeah? You guys have always showed me. I don't think you wanted to... Why is he saying, I wish I could have said all this sooner? Twitch was stopping me from talking. You did not want to talk about this, bro. Stop the cap. You did not want to talk about this.
Satius super chatted $5. Is there any coming back from this? Or is it over?
Thank you for the $5, Satius. It's over, I think, personally. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore. But just know you've always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this. To all my haters that live and breath social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Okay, dude. But yeah, fuck the haters. Fuck the haters. You don't have a real life experience of fucking kids. Of molesting children, of being a pedophile. Joking, obviously, pedophile is a joke term. He's not actually a pedophile. We don't know if she was prepubescent. There's nothing to suggest that. Caveat. Just comedy. It's just a retarded thing to say, though, isn't it? Fuck my haters in my statement where I'm not worried about getting sued. I'm worried about people going... turning around in, like, 2 days and being like, oh, you know, Kuihman, you always say that you should be specific with the term pedophile, but the other day you said Dr. Disrespect was a pedophile as a joke on your stream. That's what I care about. It's not about making your own bed. I never have an issue with people joking about someone being a pedophile. That's funny. So I have to make it clear. I have to make it perfectly clear. The pedophile definition is not insanely obscure and pedantic, First T, and you can come on voice and argue at any time, but you simply can't, and I've explained to you why it's retarded every time, and you have no response. You have no response, ever. It's not from the DSM, it's from the ICD, technically, but yeah. Yeah, trust me when I say, yeah, this is retarded. Fuck my haters. You guys don't live in the real world. We be fucking kids and shit out here. Yeah, we be fucking kids out here. You don't have any real world experience. The colloquial one does not have more utility. I've explained to you why it doesn't repeatedly, First T. You can't draw lines on it. You literally can't draw lines on it. You don't think someone who's attracted to a minor one time is a pedophile? You don't think that? You would never say that. Someone who says they're attracted to a 17-year-old one time, you would never say they're a pedophile. For some reason, it means people who are attracted to minors. Somehow that's the definition. People want a term indicating higher risk individuals to children. Yet you're not actually defining the term, retard. Again, you will just reinvent. I'm just timing you out for 30 minutes for even bringing this up and suggesting that you have any point here. Primary exclusive, I'll read this last one. Primary exclusive is insufficient and too strict definitions to denote the risk to children. No, it's not. No, it's not. How is it at all? Do you know, because the thing is, First T, here's what you don't fucking get. Because you're a complete fucking moron, okay, bro? Most child abuse is not committed by pedophiles. Pedophiles are a very small percentage of the population. Most of it is not done by pedophiles. It's done by people with other issues in their life who are in positions of power over children. There is not a term that we need to have utility for higher risk individuals for children. You just need to keep an eye on people who are around children. Because it's just people who are around children who are likely to abuse children. Men who are around children, actually. So if you want a term that denotes higher risk individuals to children, it's actually autistic man with access to children. That's actually the best term you can use to denote someone who's at high risk of abusing a child. And that's nothing to do with being a pedophile. That's actually a completely different thing. As we're proving here, you would not call this guy a pedophile in any seriousness if you're not completely retarded. Because he's not. He doesn't have some sick, delusional paraphilia about children where he thinks they can be in relationships with him. He's some fucking sex-crazed lunatic with too much money and too much power. He just had access to children and wanted to fuck stuff. He's just a guy with access to children. And you should keep an eye on all people like this. The reason why no one thought he was likely to do anything to children was because everyone could see, oh, Dr. DisRespect, that's like a normal guy. That's just like a guy with a wife who, oh, and he like cheats on his wife. Like, why would you fuck kids when you can fuck so many adults? Well, because it's not about having a sick delusion where you want to fuck kids. It's about being a man with opportunity, access, and motive. You're just... So this whole, literally, First T, you're sitting there. I hope you're still listening while you're timed out, taking a break from being so fucking retarded. Using pedophile as a term, just a vague term that denotes higher risk to minors, kills the utility. It actually works against the utility because you start looking for weird monsters that are like freaks of nature, basically, that are going to abuse kids, when that's not the people who are abusing kids. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm going fucking nowhere. Oh, he's not going anywhere. Okay. Alright, man. I'm not the same guy who made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on my stream. I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Okay. Good luck, bro. Okay, another one getting timed out. Androvsky. That's an easy one. Stop discussing the topic. Stop discussing the topic. Aren't you kind of heated about this topic that you're discussing? Yes, Nick. I'm on stream, retard. Yes, I'm heated. Why are you discussing this topic? Why are you shouting about this topic? Why are you shouting about this topic on your live stream? Why are you shouting passionately about this topic on your live stream that people are discussing? Holy fuck. Yes, numbnuts. Yes, numbnuts. Yes, no, I'm nuts. Holy fuck. What other responses have we got to this? Do we care about like what Nick Merck said about this shit? Do we really give a fuck? Can we be real though? Like, everyone's being like, oh, what else can Nick Merck say? Oh, Nick Merck has disavowed him. Like, do we really think, sorry, like a week ago, we were all going, oh, obviously Alex's friends knew what he was like. Obviously Alex's friends knew what he was like. They all knew exactly what he was like the whole time. But now for Dr. DisRespect, when everyone in the gaming industry seems to have known the reason he was banned, all of a sudden we're like, well, how was Nick Merck supposed to know? He said it's bad now. He said it's bad now. No, he knew, retard. He's known for years, retard. He's always known, Tim the Tatman has always fucking known, retard. They've always known. So Nick Merck, sitting there on Twitter, stay away from the kids. Yeah, he is kind of a fucking goofball for doing that shit when his friend is a fucking predator. Yes, he kind of is. Yeah. I am as trans-critical as the next guy. But let's be fucking real. You can't sit there and be like, stay away from the kids' groomers. Stay away from the kids' groomers when your boy is literally in the DMs with a minor. So yeah, let's be totally fucking clear here. All these guys knew, everyone knew, Dan Saltman knew, Destiny knew, Richard Lewis knew. Of course, Doc's friends knew. Of course they knew. Slasher knew the day it happened. You think Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx didn't know? Let's watch this Homo's video, actually. Let's watch this Gaylord and Nick Merckx video. This guy kind of fucking blows, I can't lie. I was defending him the other day, but he kind of fucking blows. Can't lie.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, you know, and look, just to be blunt and straight.
So even look at the phrasing here. He was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes. Like, as if it's fine to be like, you know, just having regular chats with a underage girl. You know, just regular chats, but you just gotta stop them from going weird when you're a big Twitcher. No, Dr. DisRespect should not be DMing fucking little girls. Dog. That's the problem. Because it sometimes. Okay, how do you say this? You might think you're just texting an underage girl and being friendly and being chill. And you might start off doing that. But you don't know until you're there how you're going to respond in the moment. It's how you're going to respond in the moment. And lots of people, a significant, possible, very, very large percentage of the male population will not make the right decision when that choice is given to them. They will miss the QTE. They want it and you have it. That's the reality, yeah, Stylo, exactly. You will choose the wrong dialogue option. You will press the wrong button. You will miss the input. And this is the thing, is that we all walk through life knowing this. And I said this the other night. We all walk through life knowing this. If an uncle wants to take his 7-year-old niece to the movies, people probably won't bat an eye. No one would think anything of it. But if an uncle wants to take his 17-year-old niece to the movies, well, now that seems like it's a date. Now it seems like you're taking her on a date. Right? So we all walk through life being aware of the fact that you just don't... adult men should not be talking to underage women, or underage girls, sorry, in intimate scenarios. You just don't allow that to happen. Generally. That's family, that's different. What do you mean? Shaky analogy, but I get the point. I don't think that's particularly shaky at all. Sorry, we can change it to a slightly more removed or like a fucking... I don't know. Where can you put it? Where it's like just outside the family, but close enough. Where can you put the relation? Maybe like, yeah, stepdad, maybe. I mean, yeah, most abuse is from family anyway. Sorry? Excuse me? Well, not most. I don't know how much, in terms of sexual abuse, how much is most. Yeah, no, actually, the analogy works fine. No, the analogy works fine. There's a reason why the uncle is the trope. The uncle is the trope. There's a reason for it. It works fine. Yeah, you're more likely to get fucked by your uncle than an actual pedophile, so... Maybe a teacher? Yeah, we could use teacher, sure, fuck it. A teacher takes, like, a kid somewhere, like on some fucking trip or some shit. I don't know, maybe. I don't know if that works, actually. Because I don't think you would ever let a kid go, oh, no. Yeah, no, I think with teachers... We can even do it with males then. We can flip it around. If a female teacher takes a 7-year-old male student somewhere, I think people wouldn't really think of anything. But now if a 17-year-old student, male student, is being taken somewhere by a female teacher, now you're like, oh, that's one of those... That's one of those female pedophiles. I think it's less suspicious. I think people see it as less suspicious. I think people would. These child rape thought experiments go wild. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. Think about child rape. I'm one of the greatest child rape philosophers on YouTube, frankly. Mr. Girl, sadly, banned. I may actually be the greatest now, frankly. So yeah, this is retarded. This is such a delusional... Not even delusional. This is like a super dishonest response. I don't understand how Nick Merckx isn't getting totally skewered for this. He might be, actually. He should get completely skewered for this. This is a bad response.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter and...
See, the thing is that I wouldn't even, like, if there was someone who has, like, a consistently nuanced approach, and they said he was texting a 17-year-old, or not 17-year-old, texting an underage girl, and it got weird sometimes. If they had a super consistent view on that, and they were always approaching it with that level of nuance, I might not even care too much. But Nick Merckx is like, he's like a fucking virtue signaler about children all the time. About how much he cares about kids. So, no. No. You've made your bed. You can lay in it.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter.
It's just a hypocrisy, you know? It's just a hypocrisy. Completely. To be like, what, the groomers. And then your body's a groomer.
Checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, you know, and look.
Like, that is just such downplaying. Like, that is just such downplaying. I don't know how else to read that, and just the way he acts about it as well.
Underage girl, and it went weird sometimes.
Went weird sometimes. It was sexual. He was having sexual conversations. That's the point, right?
You know, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter.
A man in his 30s should just, like, never be talking to a teenage girl that isn't his relative or employee, like, at all. I agree, Monk. Yep. basically. There's just, what's even the reason for you to be doing that?
I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played.
I can't support it. I can't defend it. But you've supported it for years. You've supported it for like 4 years.
For something like that. And I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, you know?
But you've
so
known.
I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And I mean, look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
Like, it's crazy to pretend he didn't know. Everyone knew. That's awesome. Oh, okay. He's getting hit with this.
You know they got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with. Oh, yeah, sex offender. And he was your mans. He was your boy. I heard you grew up with him. That's crazy, man. You ain't know what he was doing? You ain't feel bad at all? Like, no. Hey, you know they got your mans.
Oh no. So yeah, I don't really care about the Tim Tatman stuff. As far as I know, that guy's never talked about any politics or pedophiles or any shit like that. So, I mean, there's no hypocrisy there. It's just the fucking hypocrisy with Nick Merckx. Oh my god, save the kids, save the kids. And then, by the way, my boy's like nonsense. I obviously knew about it. Oh wait, is this Ackman loser been popping off? Okay, let's look at this. Alright. Ackman has made a series of tweets about Dr. DisRespect. And then when he made a statement, even he couldn't defend him. Innocent until proven guilty. An accusation this severe requires more evidence and investigation. Jesus. Yes, I understand this allegation comes from a former Twitch employee. With nothing else to go off of, we're left in a he say, she say situation. I hope it ain't true. Yeah, it ain't looking good for the people attacking Dr. DisRespect and Nick Merckx. They're literally making up fake tweets to push their narrative, and some people are blindly believing it without question. Nobody learned shit from the Pro Jared situation. This app is cooked. So the guy who's currently accusing Dr. DisRespect of sexting a minor was telling his followers a year ago he knew why Doc was banned in order to promote his band and sell concert tickets. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Fuck me, I can't talk. It sure is popular these days to throw out baseless accusations against people with zero evidence, huh? This guy is a serial rapist, by the way. I'm so confused on what's happening. Degenerate troglodyte losers are trying to slander him with serious accusations that could destroy his entire career, while providing literally zero proof. In other words, some fucking pussies have a vendetta/grudge against him, and want to damage his reputation as much as possible. No new information provided. No DMs shown. This is about the Bloomberg article. No DMs shown. No evidence revealed. No names or identities of sources. Article put behind a paywall. There is nothing more than a summary of what we've already heard, except you have to pay to read it. This shit is getting old real fast. Doc is apparently a master escapist and magician, the likes of Houdini. Somewhere there apparently exists the most damning evidence against him, and yet nobody can nail him with it. Truly a master of escapism. Very important to know, especially depending on the state. I assume this is about the age. Gonna make a video about the Dr. DisRespect debacle. What I've been seeing this app lately genuinely sickens me. I'm fucking done. The act attorney is coming back and he will rise from the ashes. And then I guess he's got a video here after the statement. What a fucking retard.
This is the Act Man here, and What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and this is my final verdict on the Dr. Disrespect situation. As you might have seen, I've been pretty vocal about this on Twitter, and Doc has finally given us the truth. At long last, we know why he was banned, and it's not good. So first, I want to read this part where he says, it's the most important part of his tweet. Were there Twitch Whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. I've seen enough to catch a predator to know when somebody is using language to soften the blow, to downplay what actually happened. You know, it's a strategy where you can admit something you did that was terrible, but you can maybe make it seem not as bad as it actually is. So he's edited this tweet twice now, taking out the word minor individual and putting it back in, and he hasn't mentioned one very important detail. Did he know the age of the person prior to messaging them or while he was messaging them? That's a glaring omission. Somebody who didn't know the person's age or that they were a minor, they would tell you. So there's no excuse for this, okay? Dr. Disrespect in 2017 was 35 and married. There's no excuse. You know better. So he's admitted it. He's admitted it.
Wow, it's almost like when a Bloomberg article comes out citing numerous sources that have first-hand knowledge. Maybe you should put some stock in that and not make a tweet spurring out about it. About the fact it's got a fucking paywall on it on a major publication. Maybe. Just an idea. Just an idea.
We have the answer. We have the evidence. It's a confession. Now, when people use the phrase innocent until proven guilty, there's two courts they're talking about, right? The actual court systems and the court of public opinion. The actual court systems found O.J. Simpson not guilty of a double murder. The court of public opinion did find him guilty. You and I know he did that shit. Dr. Disrespect has not been officially charged
OJ didn't do it.
Found guilty of a crime. In the court of public opinion, you and I know he did that shit. So, one last thing to touch on. Why was I so vocal during this whole thing? Well, I was afraid...
hearing people say stuff like that makes me want to go and find out if OJ actually did do it, you know, because I've never looked into it. You know? It makes me wonder. Because when I hear Actman say it, I'm like, well, maybe he was innocent. I'm like, well, what was the actual evidence?
History would repeat itself and we would condemn someone based on unproven allegations. The idea of casting doubt on unproven accusations, the idea behind that is we effectively are saying, we aren't satisfied with this answer. We need more information. We want to know the truth. And by saying these things, the idea is that you light a fire under the situation so that eventually somebody comes out with the smoking gun, the thing that blows the lid off this whole debacle, and we can finally get to the truth. I just didn't expect that person to be Doc himself. And quite honestly, I'm supremely disappointed in him. Nobody wants to believe somebody so successful who entertains millions of people could be guilty of doing something that's so fucked up. You know? It doesn't matter whether he was charged or found guilty in a trial. Okay? He admitted it. He confessed. He's guilty. And that's fucked up. There's no excuse for it, Doc. Jesus.
Okay. Agman sucks, man. Like, this was his mindset, like, earlier. Like, yesterday. Earlier today. Very important to know the age, especially depending on the state. Now, it's like he still doesn't know the age, but he's saying, oh, no, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. I thought it was important to know the age. I thought we had to know the age. I thought you'd be fine with it if it was a 17-year-old. Am I such a sped? True.